Well, it is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on this Wednesday morning, 21st day of July, and it's brought to you by First Southern Bank, Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn Associates Country Financial.
When it comes to growing a family business, we understand the business of growing. At First Southern Bank, we've been meeting the needs of South Georgia farmers for over 100 years with competitive ag loan rates, including equipment loans, farmland loans, and lines of credit. First Southern Bank has all the banking tools you need to help keep your growing business growing. First Southern Bank, investing in you since 1907. For loan rates and more, visit firstsoutherngA.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings restaurant in Jessup is now open for business, practicing social distancing, but still serving that great food that Damon's is famous for. Come inside or come through the drive-thru, but Damon's is open inside and welcomes back its customers. The menu's the same, the service is fast, and the food is fantastic, and the sauces remain the same, mild, wild, insane, or inferno. The number is the same, 588-WING, 588-9464. Damon's Restaurant on West Cherry Street in Jessup. Dining room now open for business. Come on in and enjoy a great meal today.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
Country Financial is ranked number 1 in customer satisfaction for home insurance according to J.D. Power. Why am I sharing such big news instead of some mascot or movie star? Because at Country Financial, we don't invest in all that. We invest in our clients. Call me, Stephanie, at 912-588-1051 at Shauna Quinn's office to learn more about Country Financial's J.D. Power award-winning home insurance.
For J.D. Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, or Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jessup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
6 minutes after 8 o'clock, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, world famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO. And Bob, how are you doing this morning?
Good.
You good? You're good. Glad you're good. Well, we got Kelly Shanklin and Raymond Brown in here this morning from the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are y'all doing?
Very good. Well, I'm good.
You good?
In the words of Bob Morgan. I'm good.
You good? All right. Well, Kelly, what y'all in here for this morning? What y'all talking about there from the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce?
We are here today to talk about Leadership Wayne, class of 2022. We decided on our members, and we're getting ready to announce them. This is their first public announcement of who is in the class.
So the class of 2022 Leadership Wayne being announced right now. Who are the lucky recipients?
Well, we're going to do a brief overview of what the program is about, and then we'll do the drum roll, and then we'll announce it.
Okay. Yep. Raymond, tell us what it's all about.
Absolutely. So Leadership Wayne is part of the Chamber of Commerce. It's a program that helps develop leaders, and it's just overall give them a better picture of Wayne County and actually just the state as well. And I'll tell you, Butch, one thing I love about Leadership Wayne was I'm from Jessup, and so when I was approached about going through this class, I said a couple different times, I'm from Jessup. I know where Rainier's at. I know where the hospital's at. I don't need to do this. So 2 things happened when I went through the class. One, I didn't know everything I thought I knew. And the second thing was, in addition to learning everything that we learned and that I learned, it was just a lot of doggone fun. So that's how I like to describe it. You learn a whole bunch about the community, and like I said, the state as well, but you also have fun in the process. So we do have the folks that applied and that were accepted and approved that we're going to be announcing in just a few minutes. But like I said, this is really just to develop them as leaders within our community. Now, these folks that go through don't have to necessarily, in the next 5 years, you've got to run for the mayor, or you've got to run for city council. That's not the way it's designed, but it is for folks that do want to take a leadership role within our community. Kelly, what are some of the things that we teach these folks?
Well, it is a year-long commitment. We start with orientation, and then we visit several different aspects once a month through the rest of the year. So we learn about History Day, we learn about Wayne County history, travel all over the county, from the very top to the very bottom. It's a very long day. We learn about Odom and Scriven in the city of Jessup and Wayne County. We have Local Government Day, Agriculture Day, and we have several overnight events. And then we have Education Day, Healthcare Day. We learn about the Georgia ports and how it affects Wayne County. And then at the end, they kind of culminate at the end with a vision retreat where they make notes of all of the days that they had and kind of learn what the class can do as a class to come up with a project to make our community a little bit better.
Okay.
And probably my two favorite days, the first one is the bonding retreat, which we're still working on that now. John Benner helps lead that, and he is just absolutely phenomenal. A great Georgia Southern Eagle, and just a great leader.
You just had to put that in there, didn't you, Raymond?
Absolutely. So the bonding retreat, when my year, I really didn't want to go because I was just like, bonding retreat, really? And then again, we went down to St. Simon's for mine and just had a blast. But you really get to know your classmates, and it truly is a bonding retreat. I mean, you do bond with your class, so that was just a lot of fun. And then probably my favorite is the Atlanta trip. That is an overnight trip, which bonding is as well. But you go to the Capitol, you meet with Senator Blake Tillery, you meet with our reps, and then you get a picture with the governor, and you do some exercises around the finances of the state, which is very eye-opening. You should see some of the guesses when Blake goes over some of those budget items, what people guess in terms of how much money the state spends on this or that. So, but those are my two favorite events, and I think most folks enjoy them.
Okay,
more importantly than just a picture with the governor, you do have time with him for just a few minutes, and then some of the other leaders, state leaders, so you can tell them about Wayne and what's important here.
Right.
And then it all ends up with a graduation at the end. There's an actual graduation ceremony. And then in addition to each of those days, there's some extracurricular activities that are also mandatory. So they have to visit a City of Jessup, Odom, and Scriven council meetings, Wayne County Commission meeting, Board of Education meetings, that kind of stuff.
Right.
So,
okay. A lot of things go into Leadership Wayne to make basically leaders and future leaders here in Wayne County.
That's right. And we wouldn't be able to do it without all of our day sponsors who take a day and are responsible for setting up the day and keeping the schedule. We really appreciate their efforts.
Okay. Kelly Shanklin, Raymond Brown this morning talking about Leadership Wayne, class of 2022, which they're going to announce in just a moment here who are members of the class for this year. Coming up in just a moment.
And Kelly, if you're ready, we can go ahead. We can do it kind of like a fifth grade dance. I'll announce the boys, you announce the girls.
Okay.
So, and as always, ladies first.
Okay. So, our first person we're going to announce for the Leadership Wayne class of 2022, we have Amy Robertson of Wayne County Sheriff's Office, April Banks from Banks Real Estate, Jacqueline Hoyt, she's retired and she's self-employed, Kara Lopez with the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce, Kimberly Wilson, Wayne County Tax Assessor's Office, Crystal Ellis, First Franklin Financial, Wendy Dolan, Wayne County Board of Education.
Okay.
All right. And the guys, we have Brandon Harris. He's with the DOT. We've got Dr. Brett McDaniel, principal at the high school. We have the High Sheriff, Chuck Mosley. We have Fred Anderson, a chaplain with hospice. We have Keith Duncan of Harris Ace Hardware. We have McKinley Ravenel from Rayonier Advanced Materials. And we have Dr. Sean Kelly, our new superintendent.
All right. Good class there for 2022. You got some young folks and some ones that are not quite so young.
That's right. And everyone guaranteed will learn something they don't already know about Wayne County. We also have a lot of new people that are new to the area as well.
Right.
So, of course, Raymond from First Southern Bank and I will be leading this year's class. And then we also have two shadows that will be helping us. And so they will be learning the ropes, and then they will take the reins for the next class, and that is Alan Volskay with Georgia Power and Aaron Franks from Wayne County Board of Education.
You had to say Alan, really.
I did.
Oh, man. He's going to have the big head.
Yeah, he's going to be a shadow.
He'll have to give me $10 later.
Okay, yeah, good.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a great class. All different fields there, all different age groups, different aspects of Wayne County that it's going to be good for these folks to be able to learn all about it. As you mentioned, Raymond, you think you know your hometown and home county, but once you go through something like this, you say there's a lot that you don't know.
There's a couple of those, like the Rainier tour was just so, those guys that work there, they know their stuff.
And girls.
And girls too, that's right. I had two in mind that happened to be guys.
It's a generic term, like mankind, okay?
But they really, it was very informative, and they really taught us a bunch. And then EAM, that was Domtar, that was very interesting to walk through their facility and see their processes. And so just all these places that you go, you just learn so much.
Okay. So when do you begin your retreat, your bonding retreat?
Well, our very first event with this year's class is going to be orientation, and it's one of the 4 mandatory events, so everybody kind of has to go if they're going to continue with the program. It is Thursday, August 12th, from 6 to 8 p.m., and that'll be at the Strand. And that's where they meet each other for the first time. They get their notebooks with all of their important information and learn the expectations of the class.
Okay. And it's also great in these classes. You start off, you may have heard of somebody, being involved in Wayne County, but you really don't know them. You haven't met them, talked to them much. By the end of the year, you're all pretty well know each other very well. Many of them are friends, and we'll stay in contact for a long time.
Absolutely.
And does this class have a theme project that they're going to do at the end of the year to continue on with?
They will work on that throughout the year, and then the vision retreat is where they really are supposed to put a lot of their brain power to it and finalize some of the things they'll discuss. Like, for example, the Atlanta trip, they got a lot of time on that bus together to talk about things that they may want to do. That's where my class really hammered out some of our ideas.
Okay.
So they learn about each day, and each person that kind of takes us through the day, each day chair, and person that gives us a tour, they explain to the group what their needs are. And so every person, each one of these days has a need.
Okay.
And so hopefully somebody will write this down. This is part of what we'll discuss on orientation. Somebody takes notes. There's a note taker. And so they should be able to write down all of these ideas. And come Vision Retreat, they'll review them all and decide, which is best that they would like to put their time towards.
Sounds good. All right. Leadership Wayne, class of 2022, just announced, and we wish them the best this next year and wish you two the best as the leaders as you try to keep all this organized and put together and keep things moving.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us on.
All right, Bob, questions, comments for Kelly or for Raymond this morning?
Well, just like how they have the punishment part, they make them go to the school board and is that part of the punishment program of the leadership?
Some of those mandatory events they have to go to are longer than others, I can tell you.
Yeah.
You might not
so
think
they have to go to one of each one of those, is that correct?
Right.
Or one?
So like one Odom council meeting, one Scriven. You wouldn't think that there's that much to talk about in Odom, but there is apparently.
Odom is a very important part of our county.
And now that Ron's over there, there's no telling how long it'll take.
All right. Well, good. Appreciate y'all coming on this morning. Anytime during the year that y'all want to come by and give us an update on what's going on with Leadership Wayne, we'd love to hear from you.
Sounds good.
All right. That it, y'all?
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
We'll be back more of the world famous Butch and Bob Show in a moment here on Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup.
When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties since 1998. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the local nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our administrative office is located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, and Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak with someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, world-famous Butch and Bob Show here for this Wednesday morning, the 21st day of July. And Bob Leadership Wayne is just a great program put on by the Chamber of Commerce to help develop future leaders here in Wayne County. And some folks who are already in leadership. It was interesting to hear that Sheriff Chuck Mosley is going to be part of this year's class.
Yep. And the superintendent.
And the superintendent of schools. Yep. And so it's good that we have some folks already in a leadership position going through the class to learn more. As all great leaders know, there's always more to learn. And so in that, and then you have younger folks involved with it that are just getting started in their leadership roles here in Wayne County. And many of these folks through Leadership Wayne through the years have gone through Leadership Georgia. They have the same program, but it's on a statewide basis, and several of those have gone through that through the years. And we wish them all the best this year for the class of 2022 Leadership Wayne, sponsored by the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce. Well, you know, the Phoenix Suns started off with the 2 victories, and then boom, here comes the Bucks back and just whip up on the Suns and become NBA champs.
Both franchises have been there a long, long time, so either franchise was going to end a long drive. But
yeah,
Milwaukee hadn't won one since 50 years, all the way back with the Lou Alcindor days and Oscar Robertson. So nice to see them win last night at home.
Yeah. It's always good when you have a champion crowned at home.
Just good to see full stadiums. I mean, they had outside the stadium, they had like 50,000, 60,000 people.
Oh, did they?
Outside.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
just packed.
Just packed. Everybody's excited.
It's just so much more fun to be part of a sporting event when there's a crowd there. That makes it.
You know, Kirby talked about that yesterday at the SEC Media Days. It's going to be nice to have full stadiums. Like you said, a lot of SEC teams, a full stadium can mean the difference between winning and losing because of the home field advantage is a big factor in the SEC.
The noise, the excitement, everything.
He says it's just going to be nice to have full stadiums once again. So, but it's interesting. The NCAA has already told all these coaches that there's not going to be no if your team's not able to play due to COVID, it's going to be a forfeit. There's not going to be no postponement of any games. No
postponement of games like last year. It's going to be if you can't play, you can't play.
So they're asking these coaches, you know, all these coaches are telling their players to get vaccinated. The question is, are the coaches vaccinated? So everybody's walking on eggshells whether or not they can ask that question or not. But they said that you have to ask the question. You can't be telling your players to get vaccinated if you're not vaccinated yourself. So,
well, court cases have shown that if you're an employer, if you own a business and you require your employees to be vaccinated, they have to be vaccinated. They have to be vaccinated. That's part of, you know, like anything else. If you feel that for the safety of your other fellow employees, for your customers, for the people who come in and around, if you want them to get vaccinated, they must get vaccinated. So it'll be interesting to see if they try to tell folks. A lot of them don't do that, but they have the legal requirement to do it if they want to.
I said they hate to see a key SEC game or any big game be forfeited instead of being played. But,
and why someone would not want to be vaccinated is beyond my understanding, but I know folks who are just dead set against it for some doggone reasons. You know,
you heard the stats yesterday in Wayne County, 26%. So
only 20%, only 26% of adults 18 plus in Wayne County have been vaccinated, and so we need to once again promote this free vaccine clinic going on at Wayne Memorial Hospital this Friday. From 11 to 2, the Moderna vaccine will be given to you absolutely free. You don't have to have an appointment. You don't have to have anything. Just show up, answer a few questions, and they'll give you the first shot and then the second shot 4 weeks from now. And it's free.
But the other big topic was all these players making money. Bryce Young, he hasn't even played a game yet, so he got $1 million in his pocket.
Isn't that amazing? Already got his endorsements, making $1 million, and he hadn't even thrown handed off a football yet.
All these old coaches are going crazy. They just
they're not for it.
Isn't that something that these other players? I mean, that you already got to focus on your classes. You got to pass. You got to make sure you pass your classes. Then you got a ton of practice to do it. Then where do you find all this time to go out there and do all this endorsement stuff? You know, you got an agent there, publicist, and an agent there working with you to get you these deals. So that's just something else that you've got to think about there to take up your time from classes and from practice.
Well, I'm going to do social media pages where people pay to see what they're doing too, so that they're all able to make money off their social media pages.
Yeah. It's not like they physically have to be there. You know, it's their image and likeness too that they make money off of.
It's going to be interesting how the whole season, how this trend goes the next couple of years, how it all plays out. So, a lot of old-time coaches said there's just going to be a lot of animosity in that locker room.
I know, because you're going to have some guys sitting there who's a hog on the line there, not making anything at all hardly, and then you got some hot shot in the backfield out there making all this money. Will that cause conflict or not? You don't know. It's new territory for everyone, so we'll find out. It's new territory for everyone.
It's going to be interesting to see. Like I said, some of these guys make so much money, do they even have to worry about going to the next level? You know, if I was the NFL, I'd be kind of concerned. You know, all these stars may make so much money in college.
Oh, folks who make a lot of money want more money, Bob. Take my word for it. Everybody
some people be smart, like Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders says, "I got enough money, I get out of here."
No, a person makes $50,000 a year lives on $50,000 a year. A person who makes $500,000 a year lives on $500,000 a year. Is just
we'll see. Yeah, be interesting. Tom Brady was funny at the White House. See his
little jab there, keeping things light and loose there in the White House. Huh?
I thought it was funny. 40% don't even think they won the Super Bowl. So.
Yeah, 40% don't even think we won the Super Bowl.
That's pretty good.
Oh yeah. Brady trying to keep things light there, which is good. Yeah,
said he forgot one play in Chicago, and they started calling him Sleepy Tom. He said, "Why they do that?" It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
He can be a comedian when
he gets out. I'm going to stand up comedy when Tom gets out. That would be a new career change for an athlete. I don't know if you've ever seen too many professional athletes go to stand up comedians. But they did have a good time at the White House, and it's good that they had a chance to go and have a good time there. On a local level there, you reported on the county council meeting, correct?
No, city council.
Excuse me, city council meeting. That's right, the city council meeting and the school board. The city council meeting had some issues, and then, of course, the school board had some issues. And they were talking about the track being kind of delayed because of lack of supplies from suppliers, and that, you talk to folks all over the place. They're having problems with that. You can't. Kind of hard to build when you can't get the supplies, whether it's a car, whether it's a track. Just a lot of orders were cut back this past year because all these companies out there thought that, well, we're not going to be making as much and doing as much, so we're going to back off on our orders. And suddenly they found out that orders didn't slow down, and now everybody's trying to catch up. Hopefully in the next several months things will get somewhat back to normal, but hopefully by the end of the year supplies will be back like they're supposed to. But we'll see. But Bob Morgan's newscast will once again be today around 12:15 and around 5:10 if you want to hear what was reported on in the school board meeting and the city council meeting. And then the county council meets.
They met last Monday.
They met last Monday and had several issues they went over. Yeah. So all these meetings going on, different things happening here in Wayne County. But we do podcast our local newscast on our website at BigDogCountry.com, BigDogCountry.com. Just click on the news, and there it is. Or you can listen again today at 12:15 and 5:10 as Bob Warren will go over, once again, the happenings at the school board meeting and the city council meeting.
A lot of personnel with school about to begin. That was the big...
Personnel? New stuff, new folks?
The pile is full page of personnel.
Yeah, you always have big changes every single year. We see that every single year when it comes to because when you're basically the second largest employer in the county, and people move in and out. They want to change from this job and that job and stuff like that. So you usually have a lot of turnover when it comes to the employment there, the employees there for the Board of Education. People come and go, Bob.
I guess.
Yes.
Just a lot of personnel.
Now, tomorrow morning on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, we're going to have the gold medal winners from the Piranhas Recreation Swim Team who went to the swim meet this past weekend up in Ringo, Georgia. We will have the gold medal winners on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show tomorrow morning. So we look forward to having these gold medal winners on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show around 8 o'clock, a little after 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. Ought to be fun having the kids in. I could talk to Coach Colliver last night. He was all excited. You know, he was just beside himself about how much of that gold the Piranhas brought home.
It's a good showing for sure.
Yeah, just all that swimming and practicing and coaching paying off to bring home the gold. All right, anything else on your mind this morning, Bob? Before we head on out of here, that it? All right.